right, we are live.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, everyone! It is New Year's Day, so we did a live video, the last day of 2020 and the first day of 2021. So I guess we do a lot of videos, in case you didn't know.
You do a lot of videos. I'm here when you need me.
We do them. So hope you guys are having a great New Year's. We did a lot of stuff today. We're super busy, very busy, thanks to you guys supporting us. And we're excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow morning we are not doing a live. The normal Vicky and me live on Facebook on Saturday. We are going to forego that. We're not going to do that tomorrow because me and Dad and Ryan are going fishing. So we will be on the lake about 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, Ryan came out to visit my grandson. He came out to visit, and we're going fishing tomorrow.
He had planned to be here tonight, but he's spending some time with the rest of the family, Rachel and the rest of the family. So we're handling the live tonight, and tomorrow we'll be doing some fishing and maybe taking some video. We'll see. Hopefully.
Yeah, make a senior moment or something.
That's kind of what I was thinking. We might do that. Yeah. 3-generation fishing trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. But a couple things I wanted to go over tonight. I got some really good questions. We are doing a giveaway. And in case you guys didn't know, which you probably didn't, our template of the month for January 2021 is, what are we calling that? Love tree?
Love tree. Somehow, yeah, it's kind of, hold something behind it.
Use that white sheet.
There you go.
Does that work?
That works.
So, it's a really cool little piece of artwork that Vicky found. And that is our template of the month for January 2021. Oh, and here's I carved it today on a piece of cherry. And this is the giveaway. So, don't ask me where that saying came from. It just came to mind. I just thought it up and threw it on there. But, so we're going to give this away. Whoever answers the trivia, we're going to give this away and we'll be shipping it to them. So it's a cherry drawer front. You guys know I like carving these little drawer fronts. I still got quite a few of them from that bunch of stuff I bought. But what I wanted to actually show this, and actually you're going to see a video on this next week, maybe on Monday, because Ryan actually filmed the whole thing while I was carving it. So the difference between inset hearts and outset hearts, this is one we made, gosh, I don't know, might have been a year ago, might have been longer. So this is in essence the same. Well, the hearts are about the same size, but outset hearts on the bottom that I just colored with, I think I just colored it with a Sharpie, just some kind of a felt pen. And then the top one I colored with spray, and you guys will see that on a video. Again, I think it'll be Monday if all goes well, unless we get fishing too much tomorrow and I don't get a chance to get it done. But anyway, so that just gives you an idea. I don't know, we're going to do something with this one someday. I don't know what we're going to do with it. But tonight, somebody's going to win this one, whoever answers the super duper tough trivia question by Vicky. So anyway, so we'll set that aside for now. We'll be asking that question here in a few minutes. And let's move on with our questions. So question 1, this one is from Dave Orlando, and just super simple question, but I think it's something that I get a lot, especially from new people, is how deep do you go when you do your textured background? I didn't bring a sample in of my textured background. Well, yeah, that doesn't really show it. But my standard background, generally speaking, if you have a lot of room, if you're not really tight in your area, generally I'm 3/16 to 1/4 of an inch deep. Almost never more than 1/4. Once in a great while, but not not normally, but generally somewhere around 1/4 of an inch deep, if you've got plenty of room. But it's all relative to what you are carving. If you're carving very small outset letters and you're putting a background around there, you will not be able to go 1/4 of an inch deep in between those letters. You'll have to be maybe 1/8 of an inch deep. So it's all relative, and it depends too on what bit you're using. Generally speaking, if I've got plenty of room, I'm using the 90-degree bit. If I'm doing something like the little room inside of these hearts, I did that with a 60-degree bit. You guys will see that in the video on Monday. So,
Bull
but
said he's here, guys. I don't know where he's at. But
Bull's here?
he said he was. He said he finally made it. But
Oh, good. Good to see you, Bull. It's been a while.
Welcome back, Bull.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's the general answer is up to 1/4 of an inch. If go as deep as you can, as for as wide as the cutter will make it, so you don't run into your letters. So that's first question. Second question is Daniel Cottrill, I think it's Cottrill. He asked on. He made a really neat little product that I wanted to show off. So this is this is a sign.
Tracy, the answer is no.
So this these are little clips. God, I don't have anything. Do you have your pencil on it? Thank you. So these little clips just hold a little 2-inch by 3-inch picture, and you can put it up on the wall, and then from pre-kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade and be able to have it all together, which I think is really a cool idea. I think this is a great idea for a product, you guys. But anyway, he was asking about these kinds of letters, these script letters where you have skinny spots and then you have thick spots. Tough to point from the back side of a picture. But so he was asking about that. He said he used the 60-degree bit, and he wanted to know how I approach that when I'm carving letters like that. Now I've done several videos on it, and if you want the link to that video, send me an email. I was going to write it down, but I ran out of time. So if you want the link to that video, a couple different ones, I think I've got it, and I will send the link to you. But you could type in, if you want to search for yourself, you could type in like script letters or cursive letters in our channel search, and you probably find the video. But in essence, what I do is I vary my, if I'm carving that, I vary my width by, well, there's a couple different ways to do it. I've got a 60-degree bit in here. If I'm going to use a 60-degree bit, what I will do is I will set it at my deepest depth, and then when I go to a skinny part, I will probably lift the router base and keep cutting and then gradually pull it out, much like I did on here, these points in the trees on the branches. That I did that with a profile. No, I actually did that with a carving liner bit, and I gradually lifted the router bit out of the wood to make those sharp points. And I would do that if I had a 60-degree bit in. I would do it that way. Now the other way to do it, huh?
I'm coming back up.
Okay, the other way to do it is you could do it with a profile bit, and you can then just make double cuts and go, so you would set your depth based on your skinniest line, and then you can just make double cuts and widen them out. And you can go multiple depths if you want to. You can do all the skinny stuff first with the profile bit and then reset it deeper so it cuts a wider line, and then go back into the heavy spots and carve it deeper. So that's another way that you could do it. 2 different ways to do it. But it's, any comments, Dan?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I didn't know you had. It can get kind of tricky with cursive or script letters. But if you just remember that if you're not comfortable, lifting that router base and lifting that router out as you're carving, if you're not comfortable doing that, I would go with the profile bit. Keep that base down all the time. Do all the skinny parts with a profile bit as deep as you can.
Steve Fromm said video 344, hashtag 344.
Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate that. That was Stephen Fromm. Thumbs up for you, Stephen. So I appreciate that. Anyway, so that's another way that you can do it. If you're not comfortable lifting that router, go with the profile bit. Leave it down on the table or on your piece all the way. Do your skinny parts first, then set it deeper and go back and do your fat parts, I guess, as far as doing.
Try to get used to lifting that router up though, so that you can make those lines come to a point. Because there'll be a lot of times when you're doing a graphic that you really need to learn how to do that. So
Yeah.
practice doing that as much as you can, because it makes a good looking sign, and sometimes it's absolutely necessary depending on your graphics.
Yeah, and I guess, thinking about it from another perspective, because we did it out on site so many times, that we needed to find a quick way to do it. So we would just set a depth, and then, rather than having to do a skinny part and then reset it, it would take longer to do that. We would set one depth, and we would make that bit do whatever we wanted to from a width standpoint. And that, when you're carving signs on site, if you can save 30 seconds, that's really, that sometimes that's critical.
Yeah.
30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes doesn't seem like a long time, but when you've got a customer waiting for a sign and you're carving on site, that's a long time.
And you figure if you're doing 30 or 40 signs, a minute and a half or 2 minutes that you save per sign, that's
It
a lot
adds
of
up.
time.
It adds up, especially when you got customers coming back. So be sure and give us some thumbs up, guys. Vicky's giving the thumbs up signal. So give us some thumbs up, guys. We need some likes,
78
please.
people and 38 likes. So
Oh, we need more likes. Thanks, guys. All right, so
Andy Pierce do you prefer the cordless over the corded version of the router?
I used this today. Well, I used in carving that sign. I used 3 different routers. The more I use this thing, the more I like it. I really do. Again, I need bigger batteries, but I don't prefer. I won't say that I prefer this over the corded, but it is kind of convenient, especially for me, because when somebody's filming from the other side, the cord isn't an issue. So that is really, really handy. But the more I use this, the more I like it, actually. Wow.
Darren says, I'm still in awe of the sign I received from
Oh, thanks, Darren. Darren Smith. Thank you, Darren. I appreciate that. Thanks for all the love for everybody that gave me props on that sign. It was a pleasure making it, and I love doing it. You guys will see the videos on it next week, hopefully. So I'm super glad you're happy with it. I love my sign as well, Darren.
Does
So
the
thank
same
you.
That
router
Merry
housing-
Christmas sign?
Yeah.
Does
Great.
the
That was a
same
great
router
sign.
housing fit the DeWalt 611?
Yes. This is the housing off of the 611, the one that came with this router. It's out there, but this is not it. This is off of the 611. So yes, the same base plate and the same housing work on here, just like on the 611, and also the Porter Cable 450. So the Porter Cable 450, the 611, and this, I keep forgetting what model this is, but anyway, it's the 611 cordless version.
Dennis says, thank you. So that means a lot coming from you guys.
Yeah, that was a terrific sign, Dennis. Thank you. So
I'm not ready to put it away with the Christmas stuff yet.
no, we've got it sitting on
Hi,
the
Clark.
table over there. Clark Ward? Hey, Clark. How are you, buddy? All right, so that answers that question. One more quick question. Stanley, I just got this email a little while ago. Stanley sent me a picture of some graphics that he needs to do on a sign. So this square is 18 inches square, and the circle is 15-inch circle on the outside. So what he said is, please let me know your thoughts. Everything outset or everything inset? Do you see that there could be possibly a mix? I'm thinking that because of the detail, everything would need to be inset. I love the look of a carved background, but I don't know if it's possible here. I'm thinking if it were outset, I'd break a lot of the small detail off when I sand. The image is, and that's where he said the image is 15 inches. So that's pretty good size. 15-inch.
Oh, you're giving away big secrets.
15-inch circle is pretty big. It's pretty good size. So I don't think that any of this detail is too small to do outset. I think if it were me, and guys, I want to let you guys know, if you have a question like this and you can't quite visualize it and you want to shoot me a picture of it, I will give you my thoughts on it. Now, normally when I see something like this, I like the idea of carving everything that's black, carving inset, because then it will come out looking much like the layout. However, in this particular instance, and especially since Stanley was saying that he really wanted to be able to do some background, I think what I would do, you took your pencil back? Thank you. I think what I would do is all of these letters I would make outset, and everything between the circles, that would all be background. I would make these letters outset because they're going to be pretty good size. Even though there are some skinny spots, I think those are going to be wide enough that there's not going to be any problem with making these outset. So this would all be background, and then in here this would all be wood, and just carve this stuff every place that there's black, carve that inset, and I think that would look spectacular. That's a mixture of outset here and inset in here. What do you think, Dad?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think that would look really cool if this was all
If it were real
background.
small, it would, all inset.
Yeah.
But since he's got enough room on the sign to make some nice background in there.
Yeah.
Bull said he used his carving liner on this small sign like that. It was Sheriff's Star.
Yeah, and you might need to use the carving liner in some areas like this and in here. Here, I think these letters are going to be big enough that you might, you might get by with a profile bit in here. I'm not sure how big those letters are going to be, but you might get by with a profile bit, and if you can, that's what I would use. But in here, for some of this tiny detail, you might use a carving liner. But anyway, so I just use this as an example. If you guys have a situation like that where you want my opinion on it, send it to me. Here, I'm done with your pencil, I think, for now. Send it to me. I'm happy to give you my thoughts on it, and maybe give you a perspective that you hadn't thought of. So that's pretty much it. That's what I got.
Manuel Lopez Jr. says, "Happy New Year's, my friends. May your days be blessed and all your carving lines be true."
Thank you. That was Manuel?
Yeah.
Thank you, Manuel. You too, buddy. Happy New Year. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay. All right. So, are you ready with your trivia question?
Yes. Ready for my trivia question?
Here we go.
And I don't know if I'm yelling loud.
Yeah,
or not. How's the sound? Some people have said the sound is
kind of iffy.
I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, everybody else seems to be all right. Can you guys hear me okay?
We're trying going back to one of our old microphones because
Sounds good, but buffering. Good here, sound is okay.
okay.
Sounds fine, Stephen.
The Facebook Live that we did last night, gosh, I don't think the microphone was working at all. It was just the microphone.
We're just going to go with it because they can hear us. So sounds
okay.
fine. All right.
Good.
All right, here's the trivia question. Ready?
Here we go, guys. So,
Okay.
domestic only, right?
Domestic only. Yeah, we haven't been able to figure out the whole international stuff yet.
Yeah.
So the first one I see, remember, first one I see. I don't see all of the comments apparently because I missed a bunch of them last night, including Renee. Renee popped on and I didn't see her at all.
Really?
It's not the AC, it's a heater behind me because I'm freezing to death.
There's a buzz behind you.
Yeah, it sounds like.
I guess the sound is good if
Somebody
they can
said
hear
it sounds
that.
like an AC may be running. There is no AC, Tracy.
No.
Trust me.
AC is outside.
Yeah. All right.
It's like
Here's
in
the
the
question.
40s.
What was the first year that the New Year's Eve ball dropped in Times Square?
Ooh, that'll be a fast answer.
What was the first year that the New Year's Eve ball dropped in Times Square? Nope. Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Nope.
That's all right. I
Wow.
guessed wrong too.
Oh, Cheryl Jameson, 1904.
Wow, 1904.
Yep.
Wow. Congratulations, Cheryl. I don't know, has Cheryl won before?
I'm not
can't-
sure. I think so.
Yeah, I can't remember. Have you ever won before, Cheryl? Terrific. Congratulations.
She says she has one.
Some love is on the way. So we will ship this out to you tomorrow. I've got 3 or 4 coats of the clear gloss on there, and came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it.
So
That's
what it
a really
says
neat
is
little
that
logo.
revelers began celebrating New Year's Eve in Times Square as early as 1904. Oh, I was wrong. It is not 1904.
Oh no.
Hold on a minute. They started celebrating in 1904, but the first ball dropped and Rod Hall got this.
Oh.
1907. Rod Hall got it. I'm sorry, Cheryl. It was not you. You are not correct. But I will send you something. When I say Rod Hall.
Oops.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was wrong. Rod's going, Vicky, you're wrong.
Did
Yeah,
he?
but I'm sorry. So it was 1907. Rod Hall was the first one to answer it. 1904 is the first year they started celebrating. But it was in 1907 that the New Year's Eve ball made its maiden descent from the flagpole atop of one Times Square. Sorry,
Wow.
guys, I made that mistake.
19.
So Cheryl, you didn't win the sign. I'll
Sorry,
send you
Cheryl.
something. I don't know what yet. We'll send you a fidget spinner.
Yeah,
No,
we'll send
just
you
kidding.
something. You ain't getting my spinner.
I know.
Sorry.
Sorry, Cheryl, but it was 1907, and Rod Hall. I'm so sorry. She said, like, no problem. Rod's like, woo.
Well, I think that's about it, boys and girls. We're going to let you guys carry on with your New Year's celebration, I guess.
Terry said, haven't had any balls dropped around here in a long time.
Thank you, Terry.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Okay.
Tessa. Oh my
Okay.
God, that's awesome. Jason Harrison says, what bits were used on that giveaway sign?
The carving liner and the profile bit and the 60 on all of this, and the carving liner and profile, and then I might have taken out part of this tree with a 60, but those 3 bits, carving liner, profile bit, and the 60 degree.
Cheryl, send me an email and tell me what shirt size you wear. I'll send you a shirt.
Oh,
I
look
feel
at
bad.
that. Okay. Any other questions? Anything?
I think that's it.
Okay, good. So, again, no video tomorrow. Yeah, unless, no, I doubt that there'll
No.
be a video tomorrow. But Sunday, there will be a video, a senior moment on Sunday, Lord willing.
Charlie Wooster says, can you give me some pointers on repairing my base plate?
Oh, Charlie. So, Charlie sent me a picture. It was crazy. Charlie, here's, so I'll run this past you.
Bruce, it was already done.
So I'll run this past you. Charlie sent me a picture. He was carving a sign, a big sign, and it evidently had some little tiny nail tips or screw tips from the sign. And he sent me a picture of his base plate, and it is a mass of scratches. I mean, grooves, deep groove scratches. So what's your opinion of how to repair that? I just think sanding it down, like down to 5,000, maybe with a wet sandpaper.
Well, put it on a sand. If you got a sanding belt, just put it on a sanding belt. Just be sure you keep it flat, sand it down, and then if you got a 440 belt to finish it off, just to smooth it off. And then once you get it done and get it down and get it smooth, just take a butane torch, light the torch, and just sort of run the flame across it. And what that will do is it'll cause all of the tiny, tiny microscopic grooves, it'll cause them to melt back into a solid surface. That's how I would repair it.
Okay, Pam Berry says put CA glue on it and then sand it.
That's an interesting idea. I hadn't thought about that.
I don't know. I've never used CA glue other than
The Star Bond.
the Star Bond.
But we've never, I don't know, maybe. I guess that's worth a try.
Yeah, it's worth a try. I'm not. Whatever you do, be sure it's off of the router.
Yeah.
Make sure that you got the base and hand off of the router. And if you're going to use CA glue, what I would do is smear some on maybe a flat piece of plastic or a flat piece of glass.
Test it out.
And then just take that and set it on there and sort of wipe it off and then let it dry. Then sand it off. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I've never used the CA glue for that, so
Well, somebody else suggested putting epoxy on it, resin, but
I wouldn't do that.
No.
I'm not sure that would work, but
It's solid acrylic, and it'll sand down as much as you need it to sand down. You can't have those grooves. They can't be much over 10 thousandths. Even if it was a gouge, it'd only be 10 or 12 thousandths.
several people say buy a new one.
yeah,
So-
that's your option, your last
Well,
resort.
yeah, but don't buy a new one until you're sure
see if
that
you can fix it.
fix that
Yes,
one.
Chris, that's
Because
exactly
that's
what it's for.
And when you have something like that you're doing something that you haven't done before, that's when you generally learn something.
Yeah.
And even if the results are not what you wanted, you've learned something in the meantime.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times that I'll try something and it doesn't work out the way I wanted it to, but I've learned something in doing it that I use in some other operation. So
And that's one of your favorite things to do.
that's one of my favorite things to do,
Yeah.
is just do stuff that I haven't done before, just see how it comes out.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hope that helps. Let me know, Charlie, if we can help in any way. And all of you guys, if you have any questions, email me, eric@makeawoodsign.com. Happy to help however I can. And you guys have a great weekend. And we'll see you on the next video. The next time we're going to be live is probably Tuesday night, I guess. Yeah. So, over on Facebook. So we love you guys. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Be safe.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye.